we will continue with our grammar topics like nouns, pronouns, verbs, etc. All this is we have to cover. You should know because you are in such a grade that you should enhance your skills. So before going to nouns and pronouns, the important part is what is a sentence, the types of sentence, the parts of sentence. Alright, so before going to nouns, pronouns and verbs, we should know what is a subject and object in a sentence. So in this video, we are going to continue our topic, that is subject and object. What is a subject and what is a object? Let's begin our topic, subject and object. The subject in a sentence names whom or what the sentence is about. It means about whom we are talking in the sentence will be subject. Is it clear to you? About whom we are talking in the sentence. This will be more clear when you see some of the examples. Now, subject can be a noun, it can be a pronoun, it can be a noun phrase. Subject can be a noun, it can be a pronoun, it can be a phrase. Let's take one example to make you more clear about the subject. Like in this sentence, you can see Nikki plays football. Nikki plays football. Now, can you guess who is Nikki in this sentence? Nikki is a noun. She is a noun and we are saying that she is playing football. So about whom we are talking in the sentence? In this sentence, we are talking about Nikki. So it is clear that Nikki is a noun and that will also be a subject for our sentence. Sentence was Nikki plays football. About whom we are talking in this sentence? We are talking about Nikki. Nikki is a noun and also it will be a subject for the sentence. Okay, let's take one more example. The example and the sentence is we are going out for dinner. We are going out for dinner. In this sentence, we can see that we are talking about we. Who all are going for dinner? We are going for dinner. So we are talking about whom? We are talking about we. And what is we? We is a pronoun. I told you that a subject can be a noun, it can be a pronoun, it can be a noun phrase. So this is the form in which we are doing that. Subject is pronoun. We is pronoun. So we are talking about we in this sentence. We are going out for dinner. So that will be our subject. See, pronoun is we and it will be a subject for our sentence because we are talking about we in this sentence. We are going out for dinner. So pronoun we and subject will be we. I hope it is clear now. But I will take one more form of this, a noun phrase. So the example is my mother's name is Anupama. You can see this sentence is all about my mother's name. And what is my mother's name? It is a noun phrase. It is a noun phrase. So we are talking about my mother's name. We are talking about my mother's name. So that will be our subject for the sentence and it is a noun phrase. So this is the third form when we are doing the subject. Subject can be noun, can be pronoun, it can be a noun phrase. So we have seen the example of noun phrase also. My mother's name is Anupama. In this sentence, I am repeating, in this sentence we are talking about my mother's name and that will be a noun phrase and so it is a subject for the sentence. In every sentence, the subject does something or is or has something. It means that about whom we are talking in the sentence, that person, that noun, that pronoun, that noun phrase will be doing something or it must be having something. It must be doing something or it has the possession of anything. So that's why we are talking about that person in that sentence. So subject is the subject does something or is or has something. This example is going to make you more clear. Like see in this example, Nikki reads detective stories. Now Nikki is the noun. You all know Nikki is the noun. Reads, she is doing something. I told you that in a sentence the subject must be doing something or it is having something. So in this sentence we can see that she is reading. Action is being taken, that she is reading. Whatever it is reading, we are not concerned with that in this sentence because we are talking about subject only. So concentrate on the fact that who is doing something in this sentence. Nikki is doing something in this sentence. So Nikki reads detective stories. Nikki will be the subject. She is reading. Reading is the action taken by Nikki. So Nikki is our subject. One more example. Poisonous snakes have fangs. Now I told you subject must be doing something or it is having something. Now in this sentence we can see that we are talking about some possession of fangs. That poisonous snakes have fangs. Who have fangs? About whom we are talking? You can guess easily. Poisonous snakes. So poisonous snakes will be our subject. It is very simple that poisonous snakes have fangs. The subject has the possession of something. Who has the possession of fangs? Poisonous snakes have the possession of fangs. So that will be our subject. I hope it is very much clear. The topic of subject is clear to you now. Okay, let's start with another part of a sentence. Another part of a sentence will be object. We have two parts in the sentence. One is the subject and the other one is the object. Now we are going to continue with object. A sentence may also have an object. The object of a sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. Is that clear? May I read it again for you? A sentence may also have an object. A sentence is also having an object. I told you the object of a sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. Now subject has two parts, subject and the predicate. In the predicate part, after the verb we are having object. Where is the object situated? It is situated in the predicate part and after the verb. Now underline these important things. What you have to take in consideration, that this object will be coming after the verb. Underline just after the verb or where it is in the predicate part. So you don't have to look in the front part of the where the subject is. You have to look in the predicate part after the verb. Predicate part after the verb. This is the most important thing you have to take in consideration. So underline these words. Object comes after the verb and predicate. Let's see one example. Meghna washed her car. Meghna washed her car. Everything is marked for you, but to make it more clear, I am going to explain you. In this sentence, Meghna is the noun. She is doing something. So that is our subject. We have recognized subject. I hope you all are able to recognize subject now. You know better the definition of subject. So keep our subject aside for a minute. Meghna, noun and the subject. We are keeping it aside. Now, what we have to see? The definition of object. Object we have, I told you to underline three words. That was object, predicate and after the verb. So we are going to find out the predicate in this sentence. What is the predicate now? Predicate is the washed her car. That whole sentence will be our predicate. Alright, washed her car. Now what is she doing? She is washing. Washing is action word. Action word is the verb. So we have recognized verb also. What is the verb? Washed. So once again repeat that definition, that object will come after. It will take place after the verb. So what is there after the verb? Her car. So that is very clear that her car will be our object. Object is her car. Once again I am repeating. Meghna washed her car. Meghna will be a noun and it is the subject for our sentence. We are keeping it aside. Now we are going to find out our predicate. Predicate is washed her car. Again we have to do two parts of the predicate. Separate verb from this. Verb is washed. So after the verb, what the words are being used? Her car. So her car will be our object. In a sentence, the subject is a person or a thing that does action. In the same sentence, the object is a person or a thing that receives the action of the subject. We have seen the definition of the subject, that subject is in a sentence will be it is doing something or it is having something. It must be doing something. So doing something with whom? There must be something with she or he is using. Okay, so in the same sentence, the object will be the person or the thing which is receiving the action of the subject. It is receiving the action. Like in the previous example, we have seen that let's do some practice. We are going to take examples. Radha feeds the baby. In this sentence, see, find out. Radha is the noun. Radha is the noun. A subject can be a noun, it can be a pronoun, it can be a noun phrase. So it is fitting our situation that Radha is the noun and she is doing some action. She is doing some action. So action word and predicate we are going to keep aside. First of all, we are going to recognize our subject. Subject will be Radha and that is noun. Radha is the subject. Now keep it aside. Keep the subject part aside. What is the predicate in this sentence now? The predicate is feeds the baby. This whole is the predicate part. Now again we have to bifurcate it in two parts. Okay, separate the verb first. What is the verb? Verb is the feeds. What is verb? Verb is some action which is going to which is being done. So action word is the verb. Verb is the feeds. Keep it aside also. Now in the definition of the object, we have done that in the predicate part, after the verb, the object is going to situate. So where the object is situated, it is after the verb. So what is after the verb? Here it is the baby. Also the second definition we have done that the object is receiving the actions of the subject. The baby is receiving the action of the subject. Okay, if Radha is feeding, so the baby is receiving the feed. Okay, so that will be our object. The object answers the question what or whom. When I tell you one sentence, I take any sentence that Nikki is playing. So the next question will be what she is playing. You will definitely ask the question that what is she playing or with whom she is playing. That will be our second question. So the question what we ask about whom or what she is playing, that will be our object. This is another way to understand object. The boys played well and won the trophy. Who is playing? The boys are playing. So the boys is the subject. Played well and won the trophy. What is the predicate part now? Played well and won the trophy. This is the predicate part, and in the predicate part, won will be our verb, action. They have won something. Now next question will be what they have won. They have won the trophy. It's quite obvious that trophy will be our subject. The boys played well and won the trophy. In this sentence, the object will be trophy. One more example. The elephant obeyed the trainer. Elephant is the noun. The elephant is the noun. It will be our subject. Obeyed will be our verb. Obeyed the trainer will be predicate part. Again, separate the predicate part. Obeyed, verb, keep it aside. After the verb, what the words are being used? The trainer. Alright. So, trainer will be our object. Okay. See, the elephant obeyed the trainer. Elephant is doing something. It is obeying. And who is receiving the action? Whom he is obeying? He is obeying the trainer. So, object is trainer. So, how was the class? It was interesting. I feel very interesting because we have done and we have covered it with a lot of examples. Alright, you can take your own examples also. You can take the help of your parents, your brothers and sisters to give you more examples. You can take the examples of your daily life. Alright, so this will help you to identify the subject and object in the sentence. You can talk to your friends, you can play a game that you have to find out the subject and object in the sentence. This way the topic will be more clear to you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will come back with a new video of nouns and pronouns, and till then, bye bye, have a nice day. Thank you.